I just put a trade in yesterday on FET and I'm already down 30%. Today I'm gonna talk about how you can avoid losing all your money, another strategy on even if you do lose your money, you're not sweating it, and how the rest of my trades are balancing this out. Let's get into it. All right, so you can see here, I'm on Gains.Trade. It is the only leverage trading platform that I use in DeFi. It's the best one. It has the most amount of pair for you degens out there. If you want to use this with meme coins and all your sloppy, dirty shit coins, go ahead. You got all the options here. There is no other place where you have so many options, and you can use an immense amount of leverage for the dirtiest of dirty of you guys traders out there that there are. But you can see here on FET, I actually opened this trade up just yesterday. It's been a little over a day, and I'm already down 33.28%. Now, you may be like, whoa, that is a huge loss. FET didn't go down by that much. You're right. I actually used 8x leverage in this trade though. So instead of using just my $994 that you can see right here, I ended up using $8,000, $7,000 of which is from other people's money. So this is something that you definitely need to understand when using leverage. Now, why did I use this amount of leverage? And if I lose this money, why am I not sweating it? So I use this amount of leverage because instead of coming in with my actual hard-earned money, I actually put in enough money to basically hit my liquidation price as my stop loss. So you can see here, if I get liquidated at $1.35, which is exactly where my stop loss would have been set at, I am only losing $1,000. Now, if I would have come in here with, let's say, $10,000 and I would have had a 10% loss stop loss, well, the result would be exactly the same, except instead of me leveraging my own $10,000, I'm using somebody else's money. They're charging me an interest rate, but it's not super huge. And especially, like I said, on Gains, they've got the best loan rates here with leverage. So again, I wouldn't use anybody else, but this is where I'm actually being smart, and then I can put that other money in safer bets like Bitcoin, like tokenized bonds on FRAX, and leverage, and using that on yield farms. That's the sort of thing that I want to do that's going to be more stable, where I'm making like 30% on my dollars, or I'm making extra money on my Bitcoin. But here I want to be able to use other people's money when I can and not risk my main stack. Okay, so here again, I'm actually only willing to lose $1,000. Now, FET happens to be one of my really conviction coins, and I've been waiting for it to hit a certain part in terms of the SSL, which is what I use to trade my cryptos. And I'm gonna put a video right here. If you don't know the indicator that I use, I've done a video on YouTube free of charge for you to learn how to do this. So check it out over there. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm saying, okay, well, this is the most amount of money that I'm willing to lose, which is $1,000 or $994. But I actually wanna stay in this trade. And it's pretty close to getting blown out. I mean, it's less than a 10% drop that it has to go. So what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna actually bring in another $1,000, and I'm gonna bring my leverage down, okay? So I'm gonna add more collateral and bring the leverage down so that I'm not having to worry about getting blown out of my position unless something radical happens. Now, am I willing to lose $2,000 on this? Absolutely. Okay. Now, how would I do this on Gains? I would just come here, click on this, and I would do edit position side. I don't have the $1,000 in here right now, but I would just add $1,000. And let's say I just wanted to add 1.1x leverage, which they just added, by the way. It's really cool. So you don't have to, before they only had it at 2x leverage, which was the minimum you could use. Now you can do 1.1 leverage, which is phenomenal. Now, what would this bring me down to in terms of my leverage? It would bring me down from 8x leverage to 4.54 leverage. Okay, and you can see here that my liquidation price would go from 135 to 1.21 cents. So that I'm willing to sleep at night with that. Now, I'm willing to lose this entire $2,000, but I also need a little bit more room so I don't get blown out at 135, and then I may have to re-enter the position if it ends up going back up. Now, the last thing that you got to look at too, because now I'm out of the red zone on SUI, on Super, and on Tau. Like, granted, on these ones, I actually used less leverage. So you can see SUI, I only used 2x leverage. Super, I only used 4.825. And Tau, I only used 2x leverage. So on these ones, what ends up occurring is I'm good to go, but I'm in the profit. So you can see that my overall unrealized profit, I'm still up $9,000 out of a $12,000 investment. So the key here is being diversified in multiple different cryptos, but also making sure that and understanding that you could actually be sitting in a loss in the short term. And even if you're holding on to this like FET, Bitcoin on leverage, ETH on leverage for a long time, make sure that you're watching for that liquidation price so you don't get blown out of the position, especially if you think that you're headed towards a leg up, which I do believe right now. We're in October. I think we're headed for some upward momentum. I can't guarantee it. That's why I practice my risk management and don't gamble with more than I'm willing to part with. So anyways, guys, gals, hopefully you found some value out of this. Go ahead, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and smash that notification button so you get a notification every single time we bring a good video to you like this. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.